In January 2023, new Fire Safety England regulations came into force as a result of serious incidents involving fires in multiple occupation premises. The directive focuses on fire doors and their inspection to confirm their continued compliance. There are a number of issues that can deem a fire door to be non-compliant, but a recent government-driven fire safety investigation found that by far the biggest issue for non-compliance was excessive gaps between the door leaf and frame and between the door bottom and the floor. Of the 75% of doors that failed to meet the standard in this inspection, 77% failed due to the gaps being in excess of the required parameters. Regulations state gaps must not be less than 2mm or more than 4mm on the door sides and head, and not more than 8mm between the door bottom and floor, or 3mm if a smoke seal is required. Until now, not being able to alter the existing fire door almost always results in doors with excessive gaps being replaced by new ones. But by simply applying FrameFit to an existing door frame, it avoids altering the door, becoming a highly efficient solution to a huge compliance issue. The original door is reinstated as a fire door, thus prolonging its use. Other tangible benefits of FrameFit include the considerable savings of cost, mess, time, and the disruption associated with replacing doors and/or frames. Impact on the environment will also lessen, given that a tree will be left to grow. FrameFit is a UK manufactured product made from recycled plastics. It is a unique door gap reducing fire protection system to be used on FD30 and FD60 fire doors and has been extensively tested to standard. The FrameFit system is comprised of a few simple to fit elements to easily bring fire doors up to compliant standards. These adhesive seals contain a high expansion intumescent and include an integral polypropylene cold smoke seal. The HE seal is used as the top layer when a smoke seal is required and is available in a 1.5mm thickness. The LM seal range contains a low modulus intumescent and is used as a fire retardant gap reducer, available in three thicknesses: 1.5mm, 3mm and 5mm. These can then be combined together to fill the required gap as necessary. LM seals can be used alone without a high expansion top layer if there is a compliant intumescent seal already in situation, for example if it is routed into the door edge. All of the high expansion and low modulus seals are available as 44mm wide for 30-minute doors and 54mm wide for 60-minute doors. The FrameFit bottom door seal addresses excessive gaps between the door bottom and the floor. Only low modulus strips are used with bottom door seals, with one or more layers of different thicknesses being applied together. The bottom door seals are supplied in 1000mm lengths. All high expansion and low modulus profiles are boxed in 5.2m length coils. Each box contains fixing pins, alcohol wipes and ID labels. Fire doors generally have an existing intumescent door seal, predominantly with a cold smoke seal. These are usually fitted in a groove in either the door edge or in the frame. If the existing intumescent strip is in the door edge, you should only require low modulus profiles fitted to the door frame. If it is in the frame itself and has a smoke seal, these will have to be removed to allow FrameFit to be applied flush to the door frame. Please note that a top layer of the high expansion seal must be fitted to replace the removed intumescent strip and smoke seal. Only a small selection of non-specialist hand tools are required to fit our FrameFit products. To calculate the FrameFit components required, start by closing the door and measure the gaps around the perimeter between the frame and the door edges and between the door bottom and the floor. It is best to measure the gap at the top, middle and bottom of the hinge and closing sides and at each end of the door bottom. Then calculate which combinations of low modulus seals are necessary, allowing for the 1.5mm of high expansion seal top layer to bring the gap down to between 2 and 4mm. After lightly sanding down the door frame to provide a key, remove any dust and greasy deposits using the alcohol wipes provided to clean all surfaces where FrameFit is to be applied. Measure the door frame and then cut the required lengths of HE and/or LM seals to suit using a sharp blade or scissors. Remember, only low modulus profiles are used in the bottom door seal. Starting with the top corner of the door head, peel off the adhesive backing tape located on the back of the first LM seal and firmly press the seal to the frame. We also suggest applying pressure with a roller for a smooth finish. If you're fitting more than one layer of FrameFit, apply the thickest seal to the frame first, for example LM 5mm before LM 3mm and LM 3mm before LM 1.5mm. Finally, repeat this process with the top layer of HE seal. Using a nail gun or the metal pins provided, fix through all layers into the door frame as tight to the top corner as possible and then at regular intervals. We recommend fixing the pins in pairs. This is especially important at each cut end. Repeat the process for the hinge side of the frame. This will most likely just be a layer of 1.5mm HE or LM, depending on where the existing smoke seal is positioned. Before repeating the process again on the closing side of the frame, remove the metal latch plate, which will be reapplied once the high expansion seal has been added. It's often easiest to leave a little excess length to the seals and trim the bottom edge in situ for a perfect fit before nailing through all the layers as before. Close the door and check you are satisfied with the new gaps around all sides of the door. Mark where the lock and latch meet the frame, draw around the latch plate and use a sharp blade to cut out the high expansion layer. Once removed, screw the faceplate back into position and mark the central hole. Use a sharp blade and chisel if required to remove the low modulus seal from within the centre of the latch plate. Close the door and check that the latch and lock operate correctly. We offer a bespoke latch plate CNC pre-cutting service if required. Finally, we recommend wiping down all the new surfaces with another of the supplied alcohol wipes before attaching the completed identification label to the door. A data pin can be drilled into place where indicated on the identification label. Data pins provide fire door and maintenance traceability, giving a responsible approach to improving the standards of building safety. Decorator's cork and pin head coverings can be applied to seamlessly blend the appearance of the FrameFit to the door frame if required. To install the FrameFit bottom door seal, simply measure the width of the door, mark the bottom door seal profile accordingly, and cut the profile to length using a hacksaw. Using the measurements taken, calculate the combination of low modulus profiles required to attain a compliant gap. Cut the required seals to length as before, peel off the adhesive backing tape, and insert the seals into the BDS. Slide the BDS profile onto the door bottom, with the cut end facing the hinge side of the door. Close the door and hammer the provided pins through the BDS profile into the face of the door. Repeat this fixing process on the other side of the door as well. If during works the door is removed, the BDS seal can be screw fixed through the bottom of the profile into the door's bottom edge. The fire door is now ready and safely compliant. FrameFit has been thoroughly tested on the following door and frame types, and to remediate gaps up to the following sizes around the door. And coming soon, we're excited to reveal our meeting edge gap seals for double fire doors, and FrameFit threshold, door thresholds to address issues where the bottom door seal cannot be fitted to reduce a door bottom gap due to uneven floors. FrameFit, the revolutionary and environmentally friendly fire door protection system that saves time and money whilst keeping your premises compliant and safe.